Yo, what's up? How you guys doing? I see there's someone hanging out already. I'll hang for a little bit, answer some questions. Let's just chill. You let the internet know that we're here. We'll start with TikTok. Maybe give me some music to listen to. Maybe I'll do that like I did last week. That could be sick. Yo, what's going on, guys? I'll answer some questions and we're just chilling tonight. I'll do another dinner stream at some point this week. We just haven't done too much lately because we might be going back to the studio soon. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? I'm just going to let TikTok know that we're here as well. I'll answer some different screaming questions you guys have. Maybe take some music suggestions as well. I just wanted to say as well, thank you guys for 100,000 streams on Can't Trust in Blood. That's insane. That's absolutely wild. Thank you guys. How's everyone else doing tonight? Oh, got some friends here as well. Yo, what's up, guys? I'm answering some questions on YouTube Live right now. We just started the stream. If you hit the link on my page right now, you can come hang. I'll talk about different screaming things. This is where we've been choosing the 30-second voice lessons as well, if you want to learn how to sound like different artists, or if you just had other questions for me as well. We're already here. Say hi to yourselves. But again, I'm live on YouTube right now, so hit the link on my page and you can sub to the channel to come chat and hang out, ask questions, any of that sort of thing. Oh, we got some more friends coming in. Hey, what's going on, guys? Good to see you. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, my dudes. What's your vocal range? I'll answer this while you guys are here as well. I don't really keep too much track of my vocal range because I don't keep it in the same state all the time, if that makes sense. So like if I'm getting ready for the studio and stuff like that, I'll make sure I'm like really actively working on my range, like keeping it like super wide. Like I can kind of hit the baritone range, a little of the bass range, the tenor range, and some of the alto range as well. I have a pretty wide ranged voice, but when I'm just kind of in hangout mode or teaching mode like I am here, I'm not maintaining the edges as much because it's not good to work that all the time unless you have something coming up for that sort of thing. And I'll make sure I'm working on range stuff when I'm touring as well, but that's not yet. That being said, let me know where I should take Renaissance on tour once the time comes to start playing shows for this. And if you haven't seen it yet, my new music video for Place of Pain is up here on the channel now. You can check that out here. That's streaming everywhere as well. And if you want to check out the music that I'm doing, hit the link down in the description. I've got a link right there. And for you guys here on TikTok, I'm hanging out on YouTube Live right now. Say hello to yourselves. Streamception! And I'll be answering some screaming questions and hanging out. So if you guys want to keep hanging out with me tonight, hit the link on my page. And if you want to ask questions, just go ahead and ask in the chat. But I will see you guys there. Hit the link on my page. I'll be hanging. How do you know if you're fully warmed up and ready to go? So definitely make sure you have notifications turned on here on the channel, because I'll probably do another warm-up stream here because I am getting ready to go back to the studio soon, so I'm working on getting myself back in vocal shape. But the way you can kind of tell if you're done being warming up is if you can feel that everything's more open, if you can feel the sound kind of being more effortless, everything getting kind of easier and just overall not working as hard. That's a really, really big indicator of that. I'm gonna come a little closer just so I'm not shouting. Place of Pain was great. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for people who haven't streamed that yet, I've got a link down in the description. And if we get the music video here on the channel to 20,000 views by the end of the month, you've got like a week left. I have to put Idiot Sandwich in the lyrics of the next song I go do. If I can run down through all the registers, I'm good. So it's all about the feeling of how comfortable that is as well, because you want to be mindful of your ability to kind of navigate the voice with ease in both directions, being able to utilize screaming as well without like an abundance of effort, without cracking. And that's true too. You do want to look out for things like that. What's everyone's favorite song been recently? Well, I'm just letting Instagram know that we're here as well. I'm looking forward to the new Fit for an Autopsy song coming out on Friday, I think, actually. Yeah, Friday. Hey, guys, what's going on? I don't know if you guys, I'm looking at my phone now, not you guys over here on the computer. I don't know if you guys saw, but I'm live right now on YouTube. If you hit the link on my page or just go to my story, I have a link in there. I'm hanging out and answering screaming questions here on live. So if you want to ask me some screaming questions and hang out, definitely hit the link on my page or just use the link in my story to come hang. I'm drinking a Lord Hobo 2 Juicy. They're one of my favorite breweries, and I'm here in Massachusetts. That's where I'm from and where I live. Jamie Fallujah stuff. That's sick. Yeah, so I'm answering some screaming questions here on YouTube. Say hello to yourselves. If you want to come ask some screaming questions, come hang out. And again, I just wanted to thank you guys on Instagram as well. Thank you guys for 100,000 streams on my song Can't Trust in Blood. If you want to check out the other songs I have as well, I just dropped a new one called Place of Pain. You can hit the link on my page for that. But again, I'll be answering some screaming questions here on stream. So come hang out. Hit the link on my page or just use my story. I'll see you guys in a sec. Woo! I see another comment coming in. How do you use fry scream to hook someone into a pyramid scheme, Xavier? Oh my God. Promise them a management position. I'm kidding. Oh my God. Why and when did you start your screaming journey? What band caught your attention? I'll let the school Instagram know we're here in a sec. That's a good question. Honestly, I had a lot of different surgeries throughout my life. I had open heart surgery when I was 7 and had like a pretty long recovery time. So like I was definitely bumming out during that kind of period and dealt with some other things like that as well. And then I had a lot of different oral surgeries when I was in high school. So I had to spend a good amount of time on my own. So I was just looking for a way to express myself and something to kind of bring me into different kind of circles and kind of introduce me to new things, new people, and really kind of show what I could do and the ideas I was having. And I kind of stumbled into screaming kind of by accident. And I found bands like Slipknot, bands like Killswitch Engage, the Howard Jones era, bands like Mitch Lucker era, Suicide Silence, things like that. And I was just really inspired to get involved myself and do these things and express those kind of ideas, which is why I really enjoy doing these things and really being able to let loose with my own music. As much as I love teaching you guys as well, being an artist myself has been a really, really, really great experience, and I wouldn't have it any other way. If you haven't heard the stuff that I do yet, I do have a link to my songs down in the description. I started a new band this year called Renaissance. And one of my songs, the first song I dropped a couple months ago, just hit 100,000 streams on Spotify, which is crazy. Just came from Instagram, saw your other live. Hey, thanks for hanging out. We made it from Inst. Hey friends, what's going on? Do a quick tutorial on doing fry and false chord at the same time. So I've already done all my vocalizing today. I'm not going to do too much right now, especially because, you know, this. But if you're interested in how to be able to do false chord and fry scream at the same time, keep an eye on notifications from my channel here and from all of my different socials. I have something coming out really soon that you're going to really enjoy. You specifically. Hint, hint. Double hint, hint. Make sure you're a member of our EVI Now program if you're interested about different stuff about false chord and fry scream at the same time. There's a link down in the description. We're about to have something there that's going to interest you a lot. August Burns Red was my first harsh vocal band I liked. Oh man, up until then it was all about Iron Maiden. I mean, yeah, different eras of bands have kind of expressed different kinds of ideas. It's cool that you were able to find your way here through different bands like August Burns Red. I prefer the Telefunken microphones over basically everything else. I spent a lot of time basically working with every kind of mic out there, and the telephone mics are just unbeatable. Definitely get your hands on one if you haven't already. I'm gonna let the school Instagram know that we're here too. Let me give them the heads up. Let me go live here too. Boop. There we go. What was everyone else's first band that kind of got you guys into vocals and screaming, even if it's just something you enjoy? Let me see. I'm going to be honest. When I started getting into metal, I listened to Avenged Sevenfold's instrumentals, but not in screaming. Requiem by Chelsea Grin. The highs are crazy. Yeah. Oh man, that era of music was wild. That's kind of when all that stuff was new is when I was getting into it. I'm really glad that I was able to kind of get involved at that time and kind of find and discover all of the bands that were getting real hot at that time. And I just saw that people are kind of hanging out here too. Hey, what's going on? I don't know if you guys here saw, but I just posted in my story that I'm doing a live stream on YouTube right now. Say hi to yourselves. But I'm going to be answering any screaming questions that you guys have and just hanging out, talking about vocals, talking about like what inspired us, talking about different artists, just chatting music stuff. So if you want to come hang, I have a link in my story right now. The link is in my story right now. So all you got to do is leave this and just head over there and you can join us here in the full stream. I'm going to be answering some different questions. I'll answer one more while I'm here on Instagram as well. Let me check the chat. Did you hear the new Spirit Box album? Freaking amazing. Yeah, I've heard a good amount of it. Like I haven't heard all of it yet. I won't lie. Things have been kind of chaotic here. I haven't had time to listen to the whole thing, but Courtney is a really great vocalist, works super hard, and I'm really, really happy to see all of the great things coming their way. And I don't know if you guys here in the chat saw this or if you guys on Instagram saw this, but we did an EVI Talks video with Courtney last year. It's about an hour long, and she has a lot of really great things to say about vocals and like starting out in the beginning and just kind of navigating the music industry as well. And then different things with Spirit Box and what things have been like for them. She has a really interesting take on vocals and the whole thing. And I think it was a really fun, really great conversation. If you guys want to see that thing that we did with Courtney from Spirit Box, that's here on the channel. Go check out that video if you haven't already. Leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed that. Or if you want to see us do more things like that with different artists as well, because we haven't done one in a while. For you guys on Instagram, I'm going to let you guys go. Hit the link in my story. We're hanging out on YouTube Live right now. I'm going to answer any questions you have. This is where we've been choosing the 30-second voice lessons as well. So if you want to learn how to sound like your favorite artists, this is where we've been making those decisions. So come hang out in live right now. Hit the link in my story. I'll leave you guys for just a sec. Oh, I'm 28. For anyone, I see some comments asking about how old I am. I'm 28. In February, I'll be 29. That's a bit terrifying. But yeah, that's how old I am. I see someone that loves the Black Dahlia murder. Hell yeah. On a live stream on Monday here on YouTube, we actually picked the next 30-second voice lesson. And I actually, here in the live stream, broke down how to actually sound like other people. And I did the Black Dahlia murder sound, and I even made the video here in live. So this is where we're going to be kind of doing these things from now on as well. So keep that in mind for those of you in the YouTube chat. And for those of you here on Instagram, again, come hang out on YouTube Live right now. The link is in my story. This is where we've been choosing the 30-second voice lessons and where I've been teaching you guys lots of different stuff and how to scream and answering any questions you have. So if you want to keep hanging out, hit the link in my story right now. I'll see you guys in a sec. All right, and now Instagram knows. Let me check out more of what's going on here. Ooh, a lot of comments coming in. Oh, dear God. If you're talking screaming questions, from what I understand, inhale screaming is just reverse fry. Kind of, not really. I can get good distortion from inhales, but with fries, I have a problem. The issue is there's no real way to control the pressure on the way in the same way you can on the way out. And it's a really, really, really easy way to hurt yourself because you don't have nearly as much control over it as you think you do. And although the fry scream is definitely more challenging, it's definitely a safer option, and you can make it sound a lot fuller, a lot more powerful, and have it be a lot safer for you to do as well. So now, are there tutorials on your EVI Now program? So I'm getting some questions about our program here. Our EVI Now program is our online guided lesson program that we add to all the time to make sure that there's always more for you guys to learn. There are currently almost 200 lesson videos on there and counting. And if you guys have been enjoying what we do here on the YouTube channel, the EVI Now program is this, but like on crack. And I go into a lot of detail with different things about how to really get your voice to where you want it to be. And what I was talking about with the 30-second voice lessons thing the other day on live, if you were there are whole courses on lots of different topics, including emulation. So if you want to learn how to sound like your favorite vocalists, we did a whole course on how you can figure out how to sound like anybody you want. We've given you all the tools. And if you want to learn about that, the whole program, and it involves the warm-up program as well, which I was demoing here on live last week. If you were here for that, thanks for hanging out. But all of that and all the warm-ups that you can customize to your voice type, it's as low as $20 a month. And I do have a link in the description right now. So if that's something you're interested in, and if you want to join the program, and if you kind of want to support what we're doing here, we have the cheapest program on the market that gives you the most benefit. So definitely hit the link down in the description to check that out. Per a comment earlier, we have something new coming really, really soon that I think you guys are going to enjoy a lot. This next course was a fun one. Let me keep going. Old Bullet, but their recent album is amazing. Oh yeah, the Bullet for My Valentine and these new songs that have been coming out are so sick. I'm really excited for them. Matt Tuck is a really hard-working vocalist and has really put in a lot to get the sound that he has now, to be able to get his screams fully back and be doing them the way he is with these really heavy, really intense songs. It's been super fun to see. Check out the new Bullet for My Valentine singles if you haven't already. Amon Amarth, yeah. In the chat, what was the band that like inspired you to love metal or love vocals or become a vocalist? What was like a really inspirational band for you, or like the first big one? Black Dahlia, Job for a Cowboy, Linkin Park, hell yeah. Talk about Will Ramos. Yeah, I'm stoked for Lorna Shore and everything that they've been able to do. They're on tour right now with our friends in Enterprise Earth. And then one of our students here, his name's Josh, and he's the vocalist of Sentinels. They're a really, really killer band, and they're crushing it on that tour right now. If you're going to go see Lorna, make sure you're there to see Sentinels as well. Josh is the man. I'm going to definitely explain a lot of different vocalist techniques here. I mean, I see people asking about the Linkin Park sound. Keep an eye out on our channel for the next time I do a 30-second voice lesson stream and pick the next artist, because it might be Chester. You never know. So make sure you have notifications turned on here on the channel. Hi, Into Shrimp, Linkin Park. Need to learn more about my fry scream. So if you guys have been curious about how this kind of stuff works, we have a bigger video about that here called False Chord versus Fry Scream, where we kind of teach you guys like how to kind of shape the sound and manipulate it and kind of differentiate the different kind of screams from each other. I know a lot of people have learned how to scream just from that one video here on our channel, so definitely check that out and save it if you haven't already. And if you want to learn more about fry scream, we have multiple courses about different ways to get the fry scream in the EVI Now program. You can hit the link down in the description for that. And again, because I've been thanking everyone today. Thank you guys for getting my new song, or one of my new songs, Can't Trust in Blood, to 100,000 streams on Spotify. That's ridiculous. If you haven't heard any of my songs yet, hit the link down in the description that I have to my music. It would really mean a lot. You see here. Stupid jokes. Would you consider a 30-second voice lesson on Spencer from Ice Nine? Yeah, I've definitely studied that sound. Make sure you have notifications turned on here for the next time. I definitely have a big list going. And again, same thing, if you're interested about fry screams, we have a lot of videos about that here on our channel. Make sure you're subscribed and check out the EVI Now program if you want to learn even more. New screamer, running out of breath when I attempt false chord screaming. Am I out of time?
No.
Okay.
Trying to figure out how to get by you, but
Do you have any tips? False chord screaming, I can only do it for 1 or 2 seconds at a time. So that's a breathing issue. That happens a lot in the beginning as well. You're going to want to work on how much air and how much support does it actually take to make the sounds you're going for in the first place. We have a really great video here on the channel called How to Breathe Through Metal Vocals. Or if you hit the link for EVI Now in the description, we have a whole course called Complete Breathing, which will give you absolutely everything you need to know about how to rebalance your way into the sound. Knocked Loose, yeah, definitely on the list of people I want to work on emulation stuff with here. If you turn notifications on here for the channel, you'll know when I do the next stream for how to sound like different artists, and you might be able to get that name in the ring there. You'll be able to vote in the poll for who the next artist I do is. Compress your diaphragm more to hold your false chords longer. So it's less about compression and it's more about consistency in how you're moving the air. That's the kind of stuff that I talk about in the course and in the video here on our channel. Black Dahlia, yeah, that's in the last stream I did, that's what we broke down. That's what the chat voted for. How to sound like Trevor from the Black Dahlia Murder. That's up on all my socials now. I'll put that here as well. Mitch Lucker for sure, yeah, same. That was a big one for me. High notes really loud, they sound thin and nasal. Am I doing a weak mixed voice? So you might just be placing your high notes in a bit of too high a place in the head. You don't have to squeak them out as hard as you think you need to be able to get those sounds out. Sentinels absolutely slaps. Hell yeah, they have a new song out called, I think it's called Albatross. Check out all the new singles they dropped, and they're about to be putting out a new record as well. Sentinels is awesome. Josh is the man. A lot of videos about learning how to do false chords, but I can already do that. How to develop them. How to make them sound fuller. So that's really what our EVI Now program is all about, and that's kind of why I've done these lives as well, to kind of show you guys a little more about how to kind of thicken up that sound by just loosening up and not working too hard just to get them vibrating in the first place. You can do a lot with the false chord scream if you can just relax your way into it, for sure. I'll definitely do more videos about that as well. We have a lot of the 30-second voice lesson compilations here on the channel. There's a lot of stuff on false chord in here. So make sure you kind of check out the other videos here on the channel to kind of find some stuff that will help you with false chord. Even some of the artist videos we have here involve thickening the false chord scream sound. So you can even learn a thing or two from those. But if you want to learn the most, hit the link down in the description for the EVI Now program. Sensei. Oh, good. Hello, friend. How are you doing? Glad to see you. Oh, Kyle from Body Snatcher. So Kyle from Body Snatcher is a student and a friend of mine. Super hardworking guy. Really, really awesome. Has a great voice. Works super hard for everything for his voice and the band. They're all definitely listen to Body if you haven't. That's awesome. Gemini Syndrome has been dropping some bangers, and Dexcore has a couple dope-ass singles. Yeah, I've been seeing those names flying around recently. That's sick. Is it possible to make a false chord mid sound like a fry scream? Yes. Here on the channel, I have a video about how to sound like Randy Blythe from Lamb of God, who everyone famously thinks is using fry scream. He's not. He's using a false chord scream in the way he's positioning it and shaping it. And the work he's doing makes it sound like a fry scream. And I figured out how to make that healthy and sustainable and how you guys can replicate it. So that's here on the channel. And I don't know if you guys saw, but I did a Lamb of God cover with this, with Luke Holland and Jason Richardson. That's on Luke Holland's channel. If you just search Lamb of God, even, I think we're like only a little bit down the page. We did a cover of Laid to Rest a couple months ago. But you can kind of see that kind of mid false chord scream that kind of sounds like a fry in action in that video. I want to be able to do the metalcore mid, but I can only do false chord screams. So, fun fact, even like I've done a lot of metalcore stuff in my lifetime, and I predominantly did only false chord stuff for most of my vocal career, actually. I really didn't use much fry at all. You can do a lot with the false chord sound if you really learn to manipulate it here. And I have whole courses about this kind of thing in the EVI Now program. So if you're interested in more false chord flexibility, I have a link down in the description. And if you want to hear more stuff about this in action, my own band, Renaissance, is pretty metalcore. It doesn't perfectly fit in metalcore because there's a lot of different kind of ideas going on, and sometimes it gets really heavy. But I guess that I do a fair amount of the metalcore sound, but I'm actually using a lot of false chord in what I do with that stuff. Especially the most metalcore one I would out right now would be Can't Trust in Blood, and that's mostly false chord actually. So if you want to hear how I'm using false chord in a lot of different kind of settings, and even with like really kind of catchy metal songs, I have a link to my band Renaissance down in the description. Listen to how I'm making the screams and how I'm kind of bending them around to match my ideas. That'll kind of give you a bit of an idea of like how I'm getting there. Stamina for lows. So it's all about just basing your screams on a lower note. With the false chord scream and the false chord and the fry scream, your vocal cords are being used. So whatever pitch you're using to make that sound is gonna affect the quality of the scream. So if you just do a slightly lower note, you'll get that low scream, and you can kind of manipulate the shapes as well. We have a video here on the channel called How Low Can You Go? That is all about low screams. I know that's helped a lot of you guys. Leave a like and a comment if that helps you. Or we have a whole course on low screams and lots of other stuff in the warm-up program about how to strengthen your low screams. And I have a link to that down in the description. The EVI Now program has tons of stuff about low screams too. We've covered just about everything you could possibly imagine, but there's a lot of stuff about low screams there too. Hit the link in the description. Let me see here. I asked this question earlier, but I know the stream has people coming and going. What's everyone's favorite song been recently? Yeah, same thing I see some more questions about low screams coming in. Same thing. Worked with Kyle. Stupid excited to start my lessons. That's exciting. How close are we to 20K? So are we at almost 17 on the music video? Let me check. I think I can see right here if I just press a few buttons. I'll tell you right now. And yeah, and Body Snatcher again is so sick. Videos. Where are we at? I think we're almost at 17,000. Yeah, we're about halfway to 17,000 on the music video. For those of you in the chat wondering what that is, if you guys, and this is here on the channel as well, so you're already in the right place. If you get my new music video for Place of Pain to 20,000 views before the end of September, and there's only a few thousand left to go. If you get it to 20,000 before the end of September, I have to put the words "idiot sandwich" into the lyrics of the next song that I go do for Renaissance. So if you want to help with that, go check out the video and leave a like and a comment. That's how we can get that closer to 20,000. We're about 7, 8, 9. We're only a couple thousand away. So this is possible. You guys have like, what, a week? Let me see. What's the calendar say? Is it exactly a week? Actually, more than a week. You guys have 9 days left to get the music video to 20,000 views. I think we can do it. It got to 10K almost immediately. Let me check here. Hey, Zach, what's going on? I see friends in here. Closer to 20K. Randy goes from mid to very high suddenly. I think that's only possible with Fry. So that's not true. That's just kind of based on older ideas. You can do all of that with false chord as well. If you want to learn more about that, you can kind of see what I'm demonstrating in the cover that I did with Luke Holland and Jason Richardson, where I'm doing just that. I'll break down the Phil Anselmo from Pantera sound as well, but you have to have the notifications here for the channel turned on for the next time I do a vocalist stream. And you might be able to vote for him if that's who's selected in the chat next time. Healthy to be lowering the larynx with mouth and tongue shaping for lows. Yeah, I do that a little bit too. Oh, with my own lows. If you kind of yawn a little bit, the larynx will lower, but it's not like it's clenching. So that's okay, as long as you're not trying to just send your throat all the way down. And I've been asking the chat, what's everyone's favorite song been recently? And again, thank you guys for all the streams on my new song, Place of Pain, and for getting Can't Trust in Blood to 100,000 streams on Spotify. That's insane. If you're not following me on Spotify already, you can hit the link down below to do that and stream the other songs that I have out if you haven't heard those yet. Let me see. My band Leviathan's Den is just starting out. I learned so much from you. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations on starting out the band. For everyone in the chat, there's a new band out called Leviathan's Den. Check them out. That's so exciting. I'm glad that our videos here have been able to help you. What are you drinking and will it help my vocals? No, this is a Lord Hobo Brewing. This is Juice Lord. That's what this one's called. Really, really good. Not good for vocalizing, which is why I'm not right now, but really, really good overall. Can you do whistle register streams? People say it's too dangerous. So it's not necessarily that it's too dangerous. It's based on the type of voice you have and the thickness of the vocal cords. That's why I don't like teach it in these public things, because it's really easy to hurt yourself with it unless you already have like a very high-pitched voice or a very thin voice, even if it's on the lower side, because it's about how thin your vocal cords are and if you can kind of manipulate them to do this. Gojira, The Art of Dying is my favorite song. Oh man, Gojira is sick. Idiot Sandwich. Oh, that was you? Oh my God. So the creator and the instigator of the Idiot Sandwich thing is here with us today. Oh my God. Again, if you guys get my music video for Place of Pain here on the channel with 20,000 views in the next 9 days, I have to put Idiot Sandwich into the lyrics of the next song I do, which is ridiculous. You have 9 days and we're really close. I think you guys can do it. Place of Pain a lot, not gonna lie. I've also been blasting Time Bomb from Motionless in White and a lot of Slaughter to Prevail. Hell yeah. Tag teamed it. Oh yeah, that was you. You guys tag teaming these ideas. It's so ridiculous. My favorite mics are the Telefunken mics. And what you've heard me record, if you've ever seen me play a show live or if you've seen any of the different stuff we've done here on the channel, I've always used a Telefunken TF47 for like the online content, and I've used a Telefunken M81 that's custom in like different shows and as my handheld. And in the studio, what you've heard so far in these different songs is a Telefunken ELA 250. And then on the newest song I did, Place of Pain, you're actually hearing a custom Telefunken mic that doesn't exist and it's not available anywhere. So that one's a bit of a secret microphone. And yeah, Slaughter to Prevail is sick. I like the song Baba Yaga a lot. Oh God, are you doing, is that the chair thing from TikTok? I don't know what that is. I know that's from a video. I know there was some video with a chair thing and now commenting chairs is the thing, but I missed the video and I don't know what video it was. So like, I'm not in on it. Someone tell me what the chair thing is. Good Tiger's definitely up there with my favorites. That's sick. Tyler Montekia, boof, he says. Tyler! So in the chat now is Tyler Montekia. He's the drummer in the Place of Pain music video. Everyone say hi to Tyler. Oh! Yeah, Behemoth is sick. I've definitely listened to them from time to time. My fries are a bit breathy and they need more voice in them. Any tips? So If the sound is breathy, you need to control the air you're actually using to create sound in the first place. Work on air pressure control. You can learn more about that in our How to Breathe for Mental Vocals video here on our YouTube channel, or in the complete breathing course in the EVI Now program. And you can find a link to that in the description. Definitely check that out. Taylor Montague, the chairs are supposed to replace laughing emojis? Is that what it is? That's it? That's all it is? That's not even, that's not creative. That's just mean. Although on TikTok, like the horrible trend of just stealing stuff from your school is starting to be replaced by making your school nicer. Yeah, they're replacing like the devious lick trend with the opposite. If we're not going to steal things from our schools, we're going to make them nicer. Like someone turned the school bathroom of their high school on TikTok into like a student lounge, and they put like a coffee maker in there and like couches and stuff. Instead of stealing things, they're giving things.
Okay.
Kids are insane. Kids are absolutely wild, and the internet is a terrifying place. Oh my God. Watched your breathing video a couple days ago. That's sick. Hell yeah. I hope that helped you out. Learned to throat sing helped me to get very louder and stronger mid-fry screams. Yeah, because I like throat singing, especially depending on the type, can really strengthen your screams because they're kind of the same thing. Different screams are just a more intense or a differently balanced version of other ways to throat sing. They're kind of the same thing in theory if you really think about it. Tyler is the man and is such a good drummer. Do you know how Nurgle does his vocals? So if you want to see me break down different vocalists, make sure you have notifications here turned on the channel, because I'm going to start doing these how to sound like different vocalist streams more regularly. We're just hanging out tonight, but for those of you who want to learn how to sound like your favorite vocalists, I'm going to be doing the next stream for this pretty soon, probably next week, because we did one literally like 2 days ago on Monday. So we'll probably do the next one next week. If you have notifications for the channel here turned on, you'll know when the next one is. So you can get in early for the voting, because we vote for the vocalists here in the chat live. Someone stole a stall door in my school. Why are you kids like this? Why are you doing this? Angelic yields, says Zach. I've seen so many names for it, oh my God. But the reverse, I think, just golden. Like the whole concept of that is golden. Oh God, no, don't give them ideas. Don't create a bunch of little Santa Clauses leaving unwanted gifts. No! How do I know if I'm doing throat singing right? So like, there are so many different versions of throat singing that you can look up and research and learn. That's not necessarily something I do here in the lives, because it's definitely more of a complex vocal form that requires a good amount of training to kind of get yourself to. It's not like a quick, here's how to do this kind of thing, but it is really beneficial. And it's the same thing as screaming. You just want to make sure the way you're getting there is balanced. Tyler, giving everyone the hello in the chat for everyone here. Tyler was the drummer in the music video for Place of Pain. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, the music video is here on the channel for my new song. And if you want to stream my other stuff, I've got a link down in the description. You walk into your garage and all of a sudden you have a Bugatti. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Someone stole my teacher's phone? No, that sucks. I like the idea of sketchy viral video giving people stuff way better than sketchy viral video stealing things. Someone stole my teacher's phone. I figured out how to do throat singing when I tried to do the whole beans thing. Exactly. So that's another TikTok trend thing, the beans thing. If you can kind of make that sound, that basically is throat singing. So if you can do that, you're kind of golden. And that actually is the false chords going as well. I'm gonna put on something else here. Let me press play. Is that going? Yeah, it is. I learned throat singing practicing with Helium and a lot of Norse music. Yeah, there's a lot of different examples of throat singing throughout history and in many different cultures as well. And it's all slightly different. That's why I say there's like so many that are so specific. The Bean Guy's a big inspiration for me. Oh, the internet has birthed so many terrifying things. I can yell with false chord easily, but every time I try to add my clean voice to my fry screams to be able to yell with fry, I kind of fail. So your fry scream is already your vocal cords moving. The fry scream is just your vocal cords vibrating in a different way, but there is some normal vibration. So all you have to do is kind of balance the fry scream a bit differently and notice the pitch that's already there normally, and you'll be able to create the kind of sounds you're going for. And again, if you want that kind of pitched sound, two things. As always, like with every kind of vocal thing imaginable, we have something here on the channel, and we have a bigger, more expansive version in the EVI Now program. Here on the YouTube channel, we have a video called Pitched Screams Explained that talks a lot about this sort of thing, about how to listen for the pitch that's already there in your scream that you might not even notice. And if you sign up for our EVI Now program, we have a whole course about this stuff and a whole lot more. So if you want to learn a huge amount of detail about this stuff, the link for EVI Now is down in the description. I know a lot of you guys have been signing up lately. I've been seeing a lot of new people joining our program. And if you've recently joined, thank you for your support. I hope you're having a good time with the program, and get ready for some really, really cool new stuff coming super soon, sooner than you think. Thank you for always answering. You're very welcome. I'm happy to help you guys. For scheduled week after week, do you think it'd be more efficient to focus only on my screams? Oh, we can absolutely toss in some clean singing stuff as well. And this is someone who's going to be taking lessons with me soon, asking that question in the chat. And if you guys want to work with me directly, one-on-one, there's a bit of a wait list, but you can hit the link down in the description. There's one for lessons with me as well. So if you want to talk to me about it, it's a form to get in touch with me. So just hit that link. We can talk about anything and help you learn anything that you want to go after in lessons. And if that means singing as well, we can absolutely splice that in and make it so you can actually be strengthening and learning both things at the same time. Throat singing kind of fry and false chord at the same time. So by definition, if fry scream is projecting the vocal cords vibrating in a bit of a different way, and false chord is actually false chords but still having the vocal cords vibrating, some types of throat singing and fry scream at the same time. On paper, yes. Even if it doesn't sound like both kinds of screaming at the same time, it technically is. It's just about the context that we're used to hearing these things in and where the emphasis in the sound is. That's kind of the thing that makes something sound like a scream, is just where the emphasis is. Because we have different types of sounds we're just kind of used to hearing with music. We have some interesting stuff coming out soon on that topic as well. Yo, what's going on, friends? I know a lot of people were looking forward to the Spirit Box album that just dropped, but what's everyone's most anticipated drop of this year that hasn't happened yet? What's everyone's most anticipated drop? How tall are you? You seem pretty tall. I am 6'1", almost 6'2". So throat singing is just being able to get different types of distortion, working with your own voice to kind of create a different kind of vibration in the air. For example, one type of throat singing is activating the false chords and kind of balancing that with everything else. That's one example. There's a lot of different styles. It depends on the culture you're talking about. And although I don't kind of teach that here in the labs, because it's definitely harder than it looks, it's pretty complex. You can learn a lot about that online, and we'll probably include some stuff about that in future videos and in stuff in the program as well. So I'm just looking here through the chat. What's everyone's most anticipated drop of the year? That hasn't happened yet. Definitely just need help with my tone and stuff, please. Kind of messed up. I'll definitely be able to help you with that for sure. Mastodon, if they use Fry screaming or if it's something else. I haven't checked out Mastodon a little bit. I'm pretty sure it's Fry, but make sure you have notifications for the YouTube channel here turned on, because I'm going to be doing the 30-second voice lessons on how to sound like different artists. I'm going to be doing them here live now. And I'm going to be letting you guys pick the artists in the chat. So if you want to learn more about how to sound like your favorite vocalists, have notifications here turned on. Or if you want to learn how to figure it out for yourself, we have a whole course about that in the program. Join EVI now by hitting the link in the description. Don Broco, yeah, I have a lot of friends that are into them. How do you lean into it with the false chord? So that's in reference to one of my different videos. That's just kind of adding sound focus. Kind of imagine you're almost like proving a point, adding a little more energy into the sound. Not like pushing it harder, but adding a little extra intensity by using the idea of, hey, like I'm trying to say something. Listen, get our attention with your voice. Oh, I haven't heard the new Havoc record yet. No, I'll have to check that out. Cardabox talked about Fry-ish false chord screams on his new Whitechapel video. So fun fact, the Whitechapel sound is pretty predominantly Fry, if not entirely Fry-based, but you can get all of the different sounds that Phil does entirely with false chord screams. And I break that down in the How to Scream Like Phil Bozeman video. That's here on the channel. It's in one of the compilations, and it's on all our socials as well. Beans. I tried growls. You're just trying to get me to say beans over and over again, aren't you? I see you. If it looks like I'm doing something else, this is me zooming all the way in and all the way out because I can't read. It's fine. Are you going on tour? So that's something I'm in like talks with now, trying to figure out stuff for in the future, because everything's pretty crazy right now in the industry with touring and just new bands getting out there. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, but I definitely want to play as many shows as I can as possible for you guys. If you haven't heard my music yet, my band is called Renaissance, and I have a link down in the description. Let me know where I should go on tour. Where are you guys? Where should I play a show? Should I play in your backyard? Tried growls in 06, but failed. Learned how to do it, didn't learn until 2011, didn't make sense. Like, oh, that's awesome. That is so cool, especially if you've been trying to scream for so long and what you've found here is finally helping you. That really means a lot. That really, really does. I'm super glad that we've been able to help you. That's awesome. Do you do your high opera belts in head voice or mixed voice? Two things. One, fun fact, I'm going to break the internet with this, but registers are made up. They're not real. It's all about just how you place the sound and just let the sound out the way it wants to come out. And because of that, when I'm singing higher operatic notes, I'm not thinking about the register it's in. I'm just making sure I get out of the way and let the sound do what it wants to do. The Archaic Epidemic. No, I haven't heard of them. Hype for the new Sleep Token too. Ooh, if you're a fan of Sleep Token, if you like that band, they just became endorsed and artists with Equilibrium guitars, and they are, in my opinion, like the best guitars in the world. So if you want to check out what they've been doing, it's just fact. Yeah, Equilibrium guitars is awesome, and it's actually all Equilibrium guitars in my new video for Place of Pain too, that's here on the channel. The guitar that you see, both the Dave that was the guitarist and the Dave that was the bassist playing, because all three of us were Dave. They're both Equilibrium. Check them out if you haven't already. So sick. And Sleep Token has a lot of cool new stuff coming as well. Let your screams go through your teeth. So it's not necessarily letting them go through your teeth, but it's baring your teeth and showing and exposing your teeth. So the sound will just have to travel around them on its own. Like you don't have to make them do that. If you show your teeth a lot, the sound will just kind of bend around them. You're bending the sound waves to literally turn your screen into something else without having to work any harder to do it. Tunnel throat, can you talk about it? So I don't talk much about like execution for not throating, but tunnel throat. So tunnel throat can mean a lot of different things. If you ask people on the internet what tunnel throat is, everyone's gonna say something else because it's just that kind of kind of sound. It's all about tongue placement. We have a lot of stuff about tone manipulation in the EVI Now program as well. Hit the link in the description if you want to kind of get your gutturals and your tunnel throats and whatever else to be stronger. West Palm Beach, Florida. I'll keep that in mind. Where else should I play shows, guys? Kyle from Barbarossa, Derek are fantastic at it. So the fluttery guttural. So that fluttery sound is a lot of excess air being used that's not getting used for anything. It sounds cool, but it's definitely more on the dangerous side. I'm going to work on different safer ways to have you guys do that. If you want to learn how to sound like your favorite vocalist, make sure you have notifications here for our YouTube channel turned on so that you know when I'm doing the next vocalist stream. That new 30-inch scale looks wild. 30? I didn't know it was 30. A 30-inch scale length guitar?
That's what we need to get Taylor for Renaissance.
Oh my God. Taylor records and writes the Renaissance stuff with me on one of the Mark Holcomb signature PRSs. That is a really tiny guitar. It is tiny, and he just tunes it all the way down and beats the ever-living shit out of it. Imagine what he would do with a 30-inch scale-length guitar.
You'd be so down-tuned, like the whole thing would just be falling apart.
It would be dubstep.
It would be dubstep.
It would be a dubstep band. Should Renaissance become a dubstep band? Let me know if I should pull a Sonny Moore in the comments. Any tips for when it comes to writing and making music completely on your own from home? I've got some decent equipment and stuff, and maybe just some habits to stay away from. So one of the biggest things is work with what you've got, because it's important to just use the tools you have first to kind of help you with any of the ideas you're having. Try not to like put yourself in a box with the ideas you're having. Don't try and make yourself have a specific kind of idea. Just kind of go so you don't feel like you're limiting yourself. And just kind of do this often. Maybe conduct some experiments for yourself. I do this with a lot of my private students, and if you want to work with me directly, I have a link to that down in the description. I talk about this a lot with my students, and you're about to be one of my students too. So what I have people do is kind of like write a song every once in a while, like maybe every week, try and come up with a song, or every couple days come up with just an idea. And after a certain amount of time, even if it's not that great or if it's not totally done, just kind of see where you're at after a certain amount of time and just come up with as many ideas as you can. You have to practice writing as well. That's something I've been really thankful for with the amount of stuff that we've done for Renaissance, because there's a lot of stuff you guys haven't heard yet that I'm sitting on. I have a lot of unreleased songs over here. And Taylor and I have been able to do a ton of writing in the last year. And I've gotten in a lot of practice with songwriting, much more than I have in other recent history. Even though I've done a lot of records and I've written a lot of songs for a lot of bands, this is kind of the most fast-paced things have been. And all the practice has definitely helped. So put in that practice time on your own as well. San Antonio, Texas. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Let me know where I should tour, guys. Just looking to the side to make a difference. So that only puts tension in the throat. That's a tension dependency thing. Don't rely on tension to make your screams happen. Will a proper screamer, a professional screamer, have a healthier throat than a normal person? So if someone's a professional, like if you have an artist you really like who sounds really sick, or if it's a band with a really cool screamer, that doesn't mean they're doing it the right way. Just because someone's a professional doesn't mean everything's happening in a healthy or sustainable way. That's a big important thing to keep in mind. Even if it sounds great, that doesn't mean it's necessarily good for them or good for you to try and replicate. So no, it does not mean their throats are healthy. If anything, it means the opposite. Why is it hard to do lows while looking up? All right, so if you point your chin up and look up, poke that and feel that it's kind of tight, and now slowly bring your head down and feel what happens. You're tightening your screen, that's why. I'll mail my 9-string. You have a 9-string guitar? Jesus. I think we have a song that's close to drop G. I'm pretty sure Can't Trust in Blood is close to drop G, and that was on a 6-string. A normal size 6-string. I have my band practice every week, but I want to write my own stuff as well. Yeah, practice it. Come to Arizona. Oh, hell yeah. Just not in the summer.
Yeah, that's miserable.
We'll do a winter tour just in Arizona. What's your take on vocalists having a healthier technique live, but when in the studio, pushing harder and sometimes not using the best technique? So the truth with that is when you're recording a song like in the studio, like if you have a set amount of time to record, you got to get a song done and get out. Sometimes you don't need to hold on to perfect vocal form all the time, because the truth is in the studio, you only have to get the greatest take once and you're done. The problem is you don't want to go too crazy in the studio, even if it sounds great, because you have to make yourself sound like that live when you play shows and go on tour and present your ideas to people in person and things like that. So you want to keep that in mind at least a little bit and come up with ways to make those sounds in a sustainable way, even if you are pushing it pretty hard in the studio. I do the same thing. It's not about being perfect all the time. It's not about doing everything to the book all the time. And Zach, you'll love this. Taylor is really a big part of what helped me internalize that, because I basically do everything with him to break all of my own rules. Matt Heafy, yeah. Any vocalists you guys want to see me do in a video, I'll do those in the different vocalist streams that I do here. So make sure you have notifications turned on so that you can find out when these lives are happening. And I'll try my best to post schedules for this when I can, at least a day in advance, but it's tough because we get pretty crazy over here. Just got to use the mosh pit to stay warm, yes. Do the vocal cords get stronger through proper practicing, or is it just you find the right technique? So it's about not wearing yourself all the way down all at once. Any kind of physical work you're doing is breaking down muscle tissue, and then you rest and you heal and you rebuild. And by doing that consistently, the tissue learns to rebuild stronger than it was. So yes, your voice does get stronger to a degree, but not like in a crazy amount. It's not like you become capable of doing anything just from vocalizing a lot and from practicing. It's just going to get better at what it is you're doing. That being said, it's not just about abusing it, it's just about being consistent in your work. Made the stream this time. Hell yeah, Shane. Thanks for hanging out. Used to live in Las Vegas. I think I have some students in Nevada. Same weather. Maximum of 3 days. Oh, man. I think the whole band of Sulfur is from the Vegas area, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Ricky Hoover, one of my students, I have great friends, and his band of Sulfur are from Vegas. Definitely check them out if you haven't. How do I make my vocal cords tighter so I can get fry distortion? Fry distortion is about the exact opposite. Fry distortion comes from how relaxed your vocal cords get. If you look up what fry distortion is, or the fry vocal register, it is quite literally about getting your vocal cords the most relaxed they can be. Otherwise, the sound won't happen, and it's the same thing for the screams. If you want to learn more about that, hit the link down in the description for the EVI Now program. Spencer's technique lies way more scaled down than his studio one. That's true for sure. And I'll definitely do a Spencer from Periphery video at some point. Make sure you have notifications here on the channel turned on so you know when I'm doing these vocalist streams. But sometimes something you'll notice is if a vocalist sounds super different or kind of watered down live from what they do on album, sometimes it's because the differences are too great. There might be too much pushing in the studio, or it might be a little too light live. Sometimes the gap is a little too big to the point where you notice it. And the idea is to try and keep that gap as small and close it as much as you can. So in the sound, there's almost no difference between how you're doing it in the studio and how you're doing it live. That's going to be something I'm going to demonstrate to you guys myself as I bring Renaissance on tour to play shows for you guys. If you haven't heard my music yet for Renaissance, I just put out a new song called Place of Pain, and you can stream that by hitting the link down in the description. I've also got a music video here on the channel for that too. Because I have some questions about this going around, so I'm not talking about it forever. I think I talk about this in the mistakes people tend to make in the studio video. If you want to learn about how to kind of write ideas to your voice, and that does involve lyrics as well, I talk about that a lot in one of our videos here on YouTube. 6 common songwriting mistakes vocalists make. Yeah. That's the name of the video here on the channel.
Walk merch. Oh my God.
You've got some new fans off of Telly's stream. Oh man. I wanted to watch that like after the fact, but like I don't do anything on Twitch, so I'm not like part of Telly's channel, so I can't see it. But I appreciate that a lot for you that actually like got my song in Telly's stream. He's the man, and we've done some vocal work together that's been really fun. He's a super hard-working guy. I really love Telly and The Word Alive, and he's been super supportive of everything we do and what I've been doing with Renaissance as well. I'm glad he played the song the other day in his music stream. Would love to see you and The Word Alive together on a tour. Ooh, that would be fun. I think Telly would like us to tour together more than anyone else would.
It would just be us playing Pokemon Go the entire time.
Oh my God, we would get nothing done. We would be late for all of our sound checks because we'd be playing Pokemon Go. If you guys want to see The Word Alive and my band Renaissance tour together, let them know. Harass the comments on everything. We'll make it happen. I already know.
Just harass Telly.
Just harass Telly. I know he would want to do it. I know. Guac merch? Question mark? It's just going to be a picture of me screaming, and in my mouth is going to be the recipe for the guacamole we did on that stream. We have to do another guacamole stream soon. We'll do that sometime soon. I'm in the mood for it right now. If we don't
fajita sauce,
holy shit! Can we do a fajita stream? If you guys are in for like a super long stream this week, we do really epic fajitas. That involves the guacamole, but there are so many pieces that go into our fajitas because we go big. I'll do that on live this week. Oh yeah, we could even do that tomorrow if we wanted to.
Yeah, good. I just need to get the...
Yeah, for sure. I saw your text. Should I wrap?
Get up in a minute.
Okay, we're going to do dinner here in a minute, so I'll hang out for a little longer and answer some more questions. What?
It's like, it's 9.
Oh, I totally lost track of time because I'm having a good time. Feels like I do false chord screams, somehow learn to do it in a completely different part of the throat than where it looks like you or Alex do it. So with your false chord screams, you want to make sure it's not the epiglottal kind of sound, because that's the epiglottal door. You don't want to mess with that. So make sure it's the false chords moving, and because you're taking lessons with me, we'll definitely make sure that it's happening the right way. Can fries get as loud as false chord? Kind of. The sound just behaves in a bit of a different way because there isn't nearly as much low end. So even if the level of sound is the same, you're not going to hear it the same way. And they don't have to be the exact same volume either in order to be kind of level with each other. You know so much about this stuff. Did you take any lessons? For screaming, no. I've had a lot of mentors. I've had a lot of conversations with tons of different vocalists at all levels of the industry. I've worked with a lot of different people there as well. I've done a lot of shows. I've been on a lot of tours. I've put out a lot of music. I've just experienced a lot of this for myself, and I've combined a lot of different schools of thought to kind of create these new ways of getting the screaming sounds that I'm teaching you guys here. Because you're not going to find this information anywhere else, because I am creating this with you guys, together with you through this process. Recording my next demo on a karaoke machine, oh my God. We could play Cards Against Humanity too. We usually play with him on the stream. Wait, you guys do Cards Against Humanity and Telly streams? That is devastating. How do you do that in a live stream?
I don't know, but now I want to do it.
We have to do it. We have to let Telly know.
I have so many decks. Oh my God, we should do a joint stream.
We need to do a joint stream with Telly where we do Cards Against Humanity. Oh my God. Do you think we should do that joint stream, guys? Holy shit. He would be so into that, especially if he finds out how devastating. Riley and I are very good at that game. We are very good at Cards Against Humanity, and we have a lot of expansion packs in the other room right now. Oh my God. Never been able to hone in the cold throat sound. So there's a lot of different ways to get the false chords moving, and that's only one method. If you're looking for more ways to activate the false chord scream, we have a lot more in the EVI Now program, in the full course on false chord, and in the false chord fry course as well. There's a lot in there. I'm 15, and when I do false chord screams, I want people to be like, is he human when I scream? How do I make them just sound inhuman? That's all shaping. Play around with the way you're pronouncing the words, like tongue placement and like different faces you can make. Act out the part, and you can make those screams really demonic. Definitely not that way down here. They just don't sound nearly as clean. So that comes with time as well. We do steak fajitas. I'll show you guys. It should be tomorrow. I think we'll do it tomorrow. We'll do the fajita stream. It's definitely going to be a longer stream because there's a lot of parts. If you guys are willing to hang out and see how we do it, definitely make sure you have notifications here for the YouTube channel turned on so you know when to do that. We'll have to go to a couple different spots. If we go to one store and they don't have good avocados, honestly, it costs a little more, but the bags, like the green bags, those tend to always be all right for whatever reason. So we can just buck up and get the more expensive bag of avocados. The tinier ones tend to taste better anyway. I do, but that's because I'm a bit of an avocado aficionado. Not to be confused with my next single, Avocado Aficionado.
Sounds like something straight off of MySpace.
Get my music video to 30,000 views by the end of October, and I will do something with the phrase avocado aficionado. You heard it here first. Someone in the chat, please remember that so that I don't immediately forget. Oh my God, Shane says in tele streams, yeah, we have game nights. Oh my God, that's so sick. I haven't even thought of that.
Right, the actual card play is online. We looked for a card play online.
You can play it online now?
We looked for one.
I tried this.
Pandemic and couldn't find one.
Or maybe I just couldn't get it to work. The card play is online. That's so cool. Or do What Do You Mean? I've heard of that. I have no idea what that is. Oh my God, the tongue makes the screen so much crazier. I got you. I'll remember. I know I can count on you. Avocado aficionado. Oh, it's locked in my head. Oh my God. Have you ever heard of the guy from Obituary? He's been screaming since '87. He's still going very strong. I'll have to check that out. Absolutely, yeah. Avocado aficionado, yeah. This is the only music stream on earth that includes food. It's just us. Yes.
Because that's all we do. Music and eat. That's like literally.
That is all we do.
Well, and walk, Marvel.
And the only reason I'm going to leave the stream in a few minutes here is so we can go eat. Because it's the only thing we do. That's all there is.
That's because hockey's not back yet.
Yeah, once hockey's back, oh my God, we're going to have hockey streams where we watch the game together. Oh my God, that'll be fun. And
everyone's going to just become Bruins fans.
We'll watch games together, and I'll answer screaming questions and stuff in the commercial breaks, because none of us want to watch the commercial breaks anyway. Oh man, that'll be sick. You need to make a side project where the lyrics are just your recipes. 1 cup of sugar. Oh my God. Amazing.
Yeah, except for that's going to be the slamming deathcore project, so you're just not going to be able to understand anything.
It'll be really complex recipes broken down really easily, but it's going to just sound like and that's it. That's all you get. We've got a Caps fan. So we lost Chara to you, and now he's in New York again. So now we both lose. We're going to have to be watching it's the Islanders now, right? We're going to have to watch a lot of Islanders games because Chara is our real dad. Eskimo cowboy style is fun, nothing but recipe lyrics. Oh my God. Tightening the throat proper for getting high false chords and kind of fry. No, it's all about relaxing. People think you need to work harder for the high sounds. It's the opposite. If you just let the sound be higher on its own, it'll actually get narrower by itself, because that's just how high sounds happen in the first place. Try to make kale what? How do I pronounce that? Is it pate? No. P-A-C-H-E? Patch? Pache? I don't know what that is. I'm not cultured.
Says the Peruvian one.
All of my culture comes from Riley.
The white one.
A couple months ago, I taught my 9-year-old cousin how to false chord scream, chair emoji, and he actually does it right. Chair emoji, chair emoji, chair emoji. If I hover my mouse over the chair emojis, it says the word chair at me. That is wildly unnecessary. Also, apparently, because I like doing these here on the YouTube channel, because this is also where all the lesson videos are, I can apparently customize the whole thing entirely like Twitch. I can make this entirely like a Twitch things, and like the chat tiers and like different custom emojis and stuff. I'll do that sometime for you guys. I just have no idea what I'm doing at all. I just show up and I hope that you guys show up. Slamming brutal death metal crabcore! F in the chat for recipe lyrics. That's how you pronounce it. Do a Zoom meet. That would be complicated. Oh man. It's an Iranian food where you eat. It's sheep's brain? Oh, Riley's had that. She had it in Morocco, though. It's probably called something else. How was it?
I had food poisoning from something else, and so I ate it.
She had unrelated food poisoning from something prior to the sheep's brain. Use Streamlabs. I mean, I can customize some of it here as well. But I know Streamlabs is something that people have really enjoyed. Wait, I think I have an account on Streamlabs. I don't know if any of you guys were there, but last year we did. That was something else. That wasn't Streamlabs. But I'll mention it anyway. We did a cover contest last year with Enterprise Earth. That was really fun. And then we did a video with Dan, a live stream, to kind of announce the winners and stuff like that. That's here on the channel as well, in case you guys haven't seen that. That was really fun.
No, it's not. It's on Facebook.
Oh, never mind. It's on Facebook. I'm sorry. Streamlabs, free templates, donation boxes. Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll have to check that out and see if I can kind of get both things going at the same time. I have all this stuff, like different things, like microphones and stuff like that, to make this like sound a bit better too. I've just been trying to keep this as casual as possible so that it doesn't get too elaborate and then scare people away. Because I know not everyone is into like the streamer thing. But I've been super glad to have you guys hanging out. I'll try the Streamlabs thing. I'll give it a shot. I'll tomorrow for the fajita stream, I'm gonna have to do it from my phone. I don't think I'll be able to do the Streamlabs thing from my phone, so it'll probably be like this. But for future ones, I'll check it out. I'll look into it and see what I can do to kind of make it a little fancier, a little more fun. A couple hours ago, I saw a video of a crowd smoking a cigarette. Okay, my favorite things are things that have to do with screaming and epic songs, and then total unfiltered chaos. Those are my favorite things. And a good beer. And now you know that. There are a lot of parts to his steak. I'm Iranian. Nice to find another Iranian in the chat. Cool. Glad you guys can meet each other. That's really cool. How long do I have? All right, I have a few minutes left to hang out with you guys, but we got a lot of cool ideas from this stream. Being able to do some interactive stuff with you guys with different games. We're gonna have to harass Telly and do a joint stream together sometime soon because that would just be super fun. Holy shit. I wonder if we can do that through Streamlabs cross YouTube to Twitch because I do mine here, but he does his on Twitch. I wonder if we can do that. But we're going to be doing different music stuff here as well. We're going to do the fajita thing tomorrow. Maybe the meme thing. Someone mentioned that meme thing that I already forgot. I'll remember. I know you guys will remember. Yeah, Guinness was one of my first loves. I'm from Boston, so I have to love Guinness. My boy Iranian, he makes music. Hell yeah, glad you guys are able to find different artists through each other as well. And that being said, and I think Telly does these too, but I did this last week. We did music streams where we were just hanging out, listening to different people's bands in the chat, evaluating vocals, and just listening to music that you guys have been stoked on. Maybe we'll do that sometime Friday or Saturday or something, just while we're hanging out. Chilling Friday or Saturday night, just because tomorrow's going to be fajita night, and we'll do that together here. But maybe I'll do another music stream this week. We already do I have a playlist already for the Renaissance stuff, where I put up different stuff I've been stoked on. If you want to check out my playlist, that's attached to my Spotify. You can follow me there and check out my own music too by hitting the link in the description. But maybe I'll start doing some playlists of the stuff that you guys want in the chat and some of your own bands. Maybe we'll do the live stream playlist. That could be kind of fun. 30,000 avocado aficionado. Yes. Oh my God. You got a lot of Iranian fans. I've noticed that. We have a lot of fans and followers in Iran. We have a ton of fans and followers in Chile and in Argentina. I think even more in Chile than in Argentina. We have a lot in England, a ton in Germany. I can't wait to play shows for you guys. That's going to be really, really fun. I can't wait to play shows for you guys and meet some of you guys in person. When my band for when I have stuff ready, I want some feedback. Absolutely. Hell yeah. I'll absolutely do more of these. The music streams too. A few of my favorite things is in my head now. So I'm actually Peruvian. I know I look a bit Italian or Greek, but I'm actually half Peruvian, half Irish. Irish Scottish. There we go. Hell yeah. I'm in the US, but heavy Norse ancestry. That's cool. So I'm going to have to let you guys go in just a sec. I'll answer a couple more things and hang out for another minute. But again, you guys heard it here first. We're doing the fajita stream tomorrow. This is I think it's the most complex thing we do here meal-wise. It's one of the healthiest. It's one of the most vitamin-rich, nutrient-rich, super, super great. You can get all the different ingredients for it at the grocery store. We'll kind of break down how we do it as well in the stream. I'll answer some screaming questions as well. We'll hang out. It's going to be a bit of a longer stream, so if you have a lot of questions you want to ask and just want to see how we do this stuff, definitely come hang out tomorrow night. What time do I finish teaching tomorrow? Let me check my schedule. Hold on. So I'm done at 7 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. We could start it at like 7:30 if we get all the ingredients before. I have a really long break tomorrow in between my first one and the other two. So we could like get the ingredients. And walk the dog, yeah. If I could take you guys for walks with Marvel, I would. But I'm going to let you guys go for now. We're going to do that fajita stream tomorrow. That's going to be super fun. Definitely don't miss out on that. Turn on notifications here on the channel if you haven't already. If you want to learn more about what we do here and about how to scream and how to sound like your favorite vocalist and figure it out for yourself, I have a link to the EVI Now program down in the description for you guys to use. And if you want to either work with me directly or if you want to check out my own music, I've got links to all of that below as well. If you really want to support and help what we do here, check out those links, join us in the program, watch my new music video for Liz Payne here on the channel. Again, if we get that to 20,000 views by the end of the month, I have to put Idiot Sandwich in the lyrics of the next song I do. And I guess if we hit 30,000 by the end of next month, I have to do something with Avocado Aficionado. I don't know what yet, but we'll figure that out. We're going to be on stream tomorrow night. I'll post about it on my socials as well. But thank you guys for hanging out. This has been super fun. Thanks for all the ideas too. This has been awesome. You guys are great. I see some of you recommending the program in the chat. You're all awesome. Keep screaming responsibly. We'll be back tomorrow for the fajita stream. This is probably going to be one of my favorite streams we've done. It's going to be so cool. I can't wait. I'll see you guys tomorrow.